So for my like actual diet, I figured out that I didn't feel bad eating McDonald's if I didn't get soda. So I've already cut like soda out of my diet and stuff like that now. But for the listeners at home, by the way, that is Crow opening another pack of Magic cards.
Yeah, he doesn't give an absolute F about the fact that we're recording a podcast.
Apparently, we sound like shit anyway, so I'm gonna lean into it.
Wait, what were you talking about again? I forgot.
You're missing out on content.
I'm recording right now.
Well, why are you asking us to start recording? Like, just
letting
this
you
isn't
know
like a
that
set. We don't need to. By joining the call on
Take
this
one.
night, we are consenting to recording.
Damn.
Take one.
That is
Take
true.
one.
You are in the recording.
Quiet on
now.
the set. Quiet on the set. Head ass.
Jesus.
I'm gonna reach over there and just knock your cards all over the ground.
Do it, pussy. You
No,
won't.
please, he's leaving them.
I know. Better
You're
yet,
gonna
I'm
get
just
smudged.
gonna
Dude,
sneeze.
if you do that, you will actually make him lose thousands of dollars. Don't do it.
I
didn't-
highly doubt it.
I didn't know they were that. I mean,
Hundreds
of
now
dollars.
I respect the fact that you're sleeping them.
You're gonna make me lose tens of dollars here. They were
I
like
will lose a singular dollar.
millionth dollar.
Go ahead.
His 2-packs were like a little over 200 though.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that is quite sizable amount.
Now that's I don't know if that's because of the value of the cards, but like this particular deck that I'm sleeving is a pretty powerful deck.
What kind of
Mm.
deck is it?
It's a colorless Eldrazi deck.
Ooh. I don't know what any of that means.
Means it uses all mana, right?
It uses no mana. This is just like not colored mana.
Oh, so it just needs mana? What kind of land do you use? Any
Oh, I
land?
have another command. It's just here. I'll show you. It's got an Ugin in here too.
Does it really?
Yeah.
A nuke?
Ugin.
It's a
Oh.
dragon.
It
I
uses
thought we were talking about Oppenheimer, bro.
A dragon that Crow hates.
dragging these nuts onto your face, yeah. Anyway,
Nice.
it's just wastes.
Oh,
That's the land.
interesting.
Yeah.
Colorless land.
Colorless land. For like artifacts and artifact creatures and stuff.
Huh.
Y'all are gonna hear quite a few burps today because I literally downed that shit before coming
Good.
in here.
You downed anything?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do it again, please. Oh,
that was almost vomit. That was almost vomit. That was very close.
Crow, are you ready
No,
to
I'm just
host
gonna
while
puke.
you're sleeping?
yeah? You want me to... Look, I'm not going to read your stupid little script again, okay?
Well, you have to do it somewhat.
The podcast starts now. I'm the host. You guys, have you any updates for us?
Well, Freedom just say In and Out, and he's got a spicy take on In and Out.
Yeah, he inhaled it.
I don't think it's a spicy take. I think it's a flavorless take.
Ah, this guy.
Thanks.
So
It's
This
just-
fucking guy.
In terms of like the fast food burger tier list, whatever
Mhm.
you would say, it ranks solidly in like C tier. It's just
Wow.
not that good.
I
Like
would
I would
agree.
put Burger King below it,
Oh,
obviously.
yeah, Burger King's
but-
trash.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't put some respect on the Baconator.
I mean,
Hell no, I'm
the
not.
Baconator's pretty good, but
Who else got square patties? Answer me that.
it's a good question. I don't think
Why
anybody
does
else.
it being square have anything to do with the
Because
taste? of it?
simpletons like Crow think that tastes delicious.
This
Just
guy doesn't
because
watch
it's square.
SpongeBob SquarePants and shows.
Do you
You
eat
think a square
SpongeBob
tastes better?
SquarePants?
Look, man, is SpongeBob SquarePants amazing? Yes. Does the fact that he's square have something to do with that?
Yes.
You tell me. Okay.
I think that's
But his
all that he
parents
has to offer.
Circular.
Exactly. That's why his parents don't have a show. He has a show.
That's true.
That
Yeah,
I can't argue against that.
I've seen on Reddit some. I guess people were arguing about In and Out, and people were saying, okay, like the burgers, they're decent for burgers, but they were like the fries. Like that's not even edible fries.
Yeah. The fries are actually the worst.
Yeah.
Because okay, you have to salt your own fries. Why would I purposefully like here, hold on. Let me figure out how to formulate this correctly. Let me give an even keeled take.
Open up your thesaurus.
Let me give an even keeled take here. Why the fuck should I have to salt my own fries when I can pay McDonald's to do it for me? They are making me do a part of the process of the service they're supposed to provide, which is
This-
making the food.
What if
This
they
guy-
put too much salt and you don't like salt?
This guy
Okay,
would hate
but
hot
then-
pot.
What if
Okay,
you're
I
salt
have a follow-up.
intolerant?
I have a follow-up to that.
If you're salt intolerant, you should be eating fast food in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. The sodium level already is just off the charts.
No.
But if you instead salt your own fries, that makes it to where all the fries at the top are completely drenched in salt, right? And the ones at the bottom don't get any.
Oh yeah, because you can't toss it in the thing like
Exactly.
they can. Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean if you want to pull out a little fast food tier list, McDonald's honestly is on my top. It's like S tier. I don't eat their
uh,
burgers, so maybe I can't speak for the other half of the population that likes
What do you eat their
burgers.
salads? Are you the dude who goes to McDonald's for a salad?
Not nugs.
No, I just eat the nuggets, man.
Nugs.
I'm
Nuggets.
all
Those are
chicken
S tier.
all the time.
Then go to Chick-fil-A.
Their chicken, no, Chick-fil-A is not very good.
Oh,
I
that's a bad
disagree.
take.
It's overpriced for the chicken.
No.
Now, back when it was
It's
fried
cheaper
in
than
peanut
I'm
oil,
sorry,
it was
poor.
good. But now it's trash.
They removed the allergens from the peanut oil.
Exactly. Why are you eating fast food if you can't have allergens? Get out of here.
Honestly based.
Based on what? Based on what?
Based on
Price?
your salt take. That's all those people who can't have salt coming at you.
Yeah. But so I think that I disagree with Chick-fil-A 100%. Like you say it's overpriced, it's the same price if not cheaper. What is that card?
That's Ugin.
For people, since we're not a viewing podcast, we're just a listening, I will describe Crow is holding up his magic card that he's currently sleeving, and it's Ugin the dragon.
Yep.
We love
As I
watching
was
Crow
saying.
doing this. As we were saying,
Chick-fil-A is not like extremely more expensive than McDonald's. And it has I think that the spicy chicken sandwich is better than anything on the McDonald's menu, but I think that McDonald's overall is better, like as a whole. So I think that McDonald's is higher ranked than Chick-fil-A, but I think individual pieces of Chick-fil-A's menu are superior to McDonald's.
Does the
I like Chick-fil-A, but I will go McDonald's every time. McDonald's
does
chicken
the-
sandwich is so much
does
better.
the profound sense of shame that you feel walking into a McDonald's offset like the flavor of their food? Like, or does
I
it-
don't walk
feel
in, I go
no
to the
shame.
drive-thru.
Well, I mean, I haven't walked in a McDonald's in a long time, but I don't feel any shame going into a McDonald's. Like,
So you're just
I have a
you're
real
just
nice
past
one.
shame now. You're just out there.
No, I grew up eating it. It was
Rawing it.
delicious when I was eating it.
It shows. Yeah, it shows. It shows.
Why would he feel shame, Crow? Why
Are
would
you
he feel
trying to
shame?
say people who eat
McDonald's.
McDonald's are like lesser or something?
People whose lives are going well don't eat McDonald's.
I say
I think that's
bullshit.
false.
I feel like that's just some stereotype that people came up with to shame McDonald's. I mean, what company has been picked on more than McDonald's? First, they had some stupid guy who was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a challenge and eat nothing but McDonald's," and they're like, "Well, it's a burger joint, so I don't know why you would do that." And he's trying to prove that McDonald's is unhealthy. It's like, okay, but McDonald's is a burger joint. They didn't claim to be a healthy, sustainable diet.
See, I agree with that 100%. I think the fact that McDonald's got bullied into putting salads on their menu
Exactly.
is fucking unbelievable.
Get those salads out of here. I mean, their salads
No,
are pretty good, but get those salads out of here.
It's like they're like, we have to provide a healthy option. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You're a
Just
burger
sell
joint.
chicken nuggets.
You're a
Like-
fast food joint, man.
Yeah,
Just tell them to F off.
exactly.
And then it again with the whole like, oh, their chicken nuggets is pink slime. Oh, it's beaks and
cares? It tastes
all.
good.
It's like all this stuff. And then like I don't know how many years ago there was a how it's made when it comes to McDonald's, and it's only white meat. I mean, when you open it up, it's only white meat.
Yeah, they changed to that after the Super Size Me doc came out.
Now it's I think the newest rumor that I've heard is that it's human meat.
I'd be fine with that. We need less people.
Hey, make that. When you fry them twice, I don't care what it is, man.
Just slap
just
between
care
some
about the
buns,
taste.
I'll eat it.
You know, that's honestly why you feel so bad after you eat chicken nuggets, is because they're fried twice.
That makes me feel glorious. What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. If I eat too many, it sits like a brick in my stomach, but it's a fast food joint, so like, what do you expect?
See, I actually, so for my like actual diet, I figured out that I didn't feel bad eating McDonald's if I didn't get soda. So I've already cut like soda out of my diet and stuff like that now. But for the listeners at home, by the way, that is Crow opening another pack of Magic cards.
Yeah, he doesn't give an absolute F about the fact that we're recording a podcast.
Apparently, we sound like shit anyway, so I'm gonna lean into it.
Okay, well that's fine. We'll just make it
Honestly,
a bit.
fair enough.
And Freedom is recording in his closet if it sounds like that.
Oh, are we finally doxing the recording studio? Yeah, so
It's just because we bullied him.
I do not have a place where I can record and it doesn't echo and doesn't sound absurdly terrible.
You just need to furnish your apartment, man.
It is furnished. What do you mean?
Put some pictures on the wall. I don't know.
I do. It's drywall. And then I would be speaking straight at drywall. So
I
the
mean,
best place
I
for me
am
to speak
currently-
is just in this closet.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, that's fast food. What other fast foods? Subway, F tier.
Terrible.
It used to
Don't
be
love it.
delicious
Don't
when
love
I
it.
was a kid. But now it is just absolutely. Oh, here's another one that for some reason gets shit on. Arby's. I love Arby's.
I've never
Okay.
stepped foot in an Arby's.
Really?
Arby's?
That's usually what people say. It's like, oh, I'd never go in there. And I'm like, you're missing out. Their food's delicious. The curly fries are amazing.
I hear
So-
they have the meats. I don't.
They do.
They have many types of meats. Lots of floppy ones too, which are all disgusting. The roast beef sandwiches at Arby's
They're so
are
good.
fucking abysmal.
They're
They're
delicious.
terrible.
I love
No,
them.
they're bad. The chicken sandwiches are goated.
I've
They're
never
very
had
good.
one. I've only
They're
had
very
roast
good.
beef.
I'd get the chicken sandwich the next time you go. It's actually kind of goated.
I haven't been in probably about 5 years.
Well, time to go back.
So I don't know how good my. Even though I'm saying they're delicious, the last time I went, it was actually good. My dad was like, he moved me in for college, and he was like, hey, let's go get food. And I was like, okay, well, where do you want to go out to eat? And he was like, well, there's a Arby's down the street. We'll just go there. It's cheaper. I was like, okay. Everyone's told me that nobody goes to that Arby's, so I don't know what to expect. And then we went, and it was good.
The journey you just took us on.
Yeah. Yep. You're welcome.
A real hero's tale right there. But yeah, I had Arby's like every other week for band. Because they would like provide meals and stuff like that. And Arby's is just very cheap quality stuff that you can
Was it
make
a
in
catered
mass.
meal though? I feel like the quality goes
Yeah.
down when they get catered.
Why would it go down when it's catered? Shouldn't it go up when it's catered?
It's because they have to make like 100 sandwiches.
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, I feel like if someone's paying for the specific delivery service, it should be better.
Do you like
Right.
No, we don't live
you
in
like-
Fairyland.
True. Do you like What's the other sandwich place that started? It says John in it.
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's.
It's pretty bad.
Everyone says it's bad. I've gotten it catered twice now, and it was decent. I don't know.
Okay.
It was like edible. It was kind of like Subway.
So, again, I pull on my band experience. That was another meal that we consistently had catered, and they would just destroy it with lettuce, and they'd only give you like 1 or 2 slices of meat on it.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to cut costs, man. They didn't have
Yeah.
enough meat, so they were trying to spread it around. And so they're like, well, we got a shit ton of lettuce. Let's just... These boys need lettuce.
They did not have the meats.
No
Did not
meats.
have them.
Crow, you got a topic?
Yes, I do. Have you guys read or watched Ready Player One?
No, I
Yeah.
have not.
Freedom,
Wow.
which one have you done? Have you read it or watched it?
Oh, I watched it.
You watched it. Okay. Well, I'm here to talk about how the book was amazing and the movie is a travesty garbage fire.
I liked the movie.
You're wrong.
But you didn't read the
I
book,
did-
so you don't
You're
have
wrong.
the opposing view that he has.
I did
Yeah,
like
you're
Free
wrong.
Guy better than Ready Player One.
Free Guy was a very good movie, and it didn't. It even worked better as a movie. Like
Yeah,
I don't think it had a book to pick up based off. Maybe it did, but I know that I enjoyed the movie as a standalone. I didn't even
Yeah.
enjoy Ready Player One movie as a standalone.
damn.
So
I thought it was pretty okay.
Wow.
oh, you're wrong. So
I mean,
the point of the I'll recap the plot briefly so we can have a common ground here.
Okay.
So this is like the near future for us, 2040s or something. The world's going to shit, but everyone is playing in this virtual reality called the Oasis that was invented by James Halliday and Ogden Morrow.
Okay.
James Halliday died and left a riddle in the game, which is like used for not just gamers, but like schools, law enforcement, infrastructure, because like it's so pervasive that society kind of relies on it at in some way, and people use it to escape the grim reality of there's too many people. They're living in like stacks of trailer parks because there's not enough housing, so they're using it to get away from that. That's like the backdrop. He leaves a riddle in this game, and the prize for solving all the riddles is they inherit control of the Oasis and like his personal fortune.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So the contest, the riddles, are based on James Halliday's love of 80s pop culture. So it's a bunch of like trivia about video games and movies and popular figures and songs. So a bunch of people call themselves Gunters, egg hunters, because they're Easter eggs that they're looking for,
Got you.
and they start getting real smart on all that trivia, almost in a scholarly way. They start memorizing lines of movies, playing and replaying old video games that you can do in the Oasis that were invented in the 80s. All the stuff that James Halliday like had an obsession with. He was kind of like autistic about it because he was very obsessed with stuff like that. And that's not just me saying that. He's described as very emotionally stunted, very not good with people, very obsessive, right? That's just him. So
I feel called out.
you didn't have to, but now you added yourself. So
Well,
geez. Anyway, our main character, Wade Watts, is a
badass
gunter.
name, by the way.
It has alliteration, so yeah, Wade
Mhm.
Watts. He solves the first clue, meets a bunch of people, and then as he solves more clues, he fights IOI, which is a corporation dedicated to solving the riddles that wants to solve it and like take control of the Oasis and like monetize the shit out of everything. Like make the Oasis not free to play and just
So it's
start charging
basically
people.
Blizzard.
Yeah, so Blizzard is trying to solve the puzzle as Wade is. And Blizzard is like killing people in the real world. They're doing all
Jesus.
sorts of dirty corporation tricks to make sure that they gain control of this prize, this company. And then Wade and his friends do some cool shit and overcome obstacles and fight the evil corporation and eventually win, and they gain control of the company, right?
Right.
Now, the movie does a lot of things wrong. And I never put this into words before, but I'm gonna try. It's up to this point, it's been like incoherent ranting and grunting about how bad it was.
Okay, you can throw
Because
a few of those in.
Was so enraged. For starters, the riddles in the books are these very they're like rhymes, they're couplets, they're very intelligently designed. They incorporate all different kinds of pop culture. And in the book, or in the movie, the first riddle is literally like a race that you have to finish. And it's just so brain dead. Like, they didn't even try to make it anything like what the book was. The book is intelligent and it has a soul. And the movie honestly feels like just a huge cash grab. You know how some movies feel like they're directed by executives?
Yeah.
Like, just put a bunch of bright colors on the screen and some haha funny dialogue and
Like Mario.
call that character. Yeah. He'll just be like, what is this place? It's stomping time. And he stomps those guys. And we call it Mario. And then it'll make $10 billion.
That was a great impression of Chris Pratt.
Right? Like, sidebar. Not every actor is a good voice actor. Okay?
Oh, I agree.
Hire real voice actors. Like, it takes it's a different skill set to be a voice actor than an actor. You can't just slap like Chris Pratt in there and tell him to be a voice actor. Like, they can say lines, but to be a good voice actor, there's a lot of different inflections and different, like,
you know who's a really good voice actor that I wouldn't expect?
Who that?
The Rock.
Yeah, I don't mind The Rock. I don't mind The Rock's voice.
Like him in Moana as Maui.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's really liked that movie. Yeah. I know everybody rips on him because they're like, oh, just throw The Rock in it. Because maybe he's not a good in-person actor. He plays roles very good, but he has the same role every time. I have a couple interesting things. One, the plot really reminds me of a lot of other games and movies and such. I mean, I'm sort of thinking of like Lara Croft and like how that company was trying to come after her dad's fortune. Very similar. And then shoot, what's the other one? I mean, like, geez, series of unfortunate events. The whole trying to get a fortune. That's kind
of similar, but that.
I was thinking of one that was way more similar, but it wisps out of my head. I'm gonna go try to catch it.
Okay, well, I wasn't done complaining. There's another very important plot point that I need to share with you. So H in the movie, minor spoilers for people who haven't read the book
I couldn't catch it.
Or seen the movie. H, spelled A-E-C-H, is the main character, Wade Watson's best friend. Pronounced H, yes.
Oh.
And in the Oasis, he's like this. His avatar is like this big burly, like, not burly, but like this dude, you know. And he's Wade's best friend, and they've only ever like interacted in the Oasis. So
Assassin's Creed.
Seen each other.
It just came back.
In real life.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, good job, man.
Yeah, the Templar.
Yeah.
And how they try to like hack in. Okay, go ahead.
Good job. So in the
I
book,
caught it.
In the book, it's revealed that, like, so eventually circumstances kind of conspire to force the main character, Wade, to go meet Parzival IRL. And there's this kind of beautiful scene where he's talking to H in the Oasis. H tells him where it'll be, and he's in an RV, and Wade approaches the RV and he gets in, and then he's like approaching the driver's seat, and he sees this person in the driver's seat kind of hunched over, not really like approaching him. And it's this like slightly chubby black girl. And he's like, H, is that you? She's like, yeah, it's me. I don't know if this will be cool with me. It's like, I was a guy in the Oasis and I'm actually a girl, gay. And like,
so we got catfished.
Start talking, and they slowly start to realize, like, yeah, you're not really what I expected, but we're still like the same homies. The same friendship is there. And that's a really beautiful scene. And in the movie, it's just this one fucking like 5-second moment of this girl like running up to Parzival, or Wade. Parzival is his avatar's in-game name, and like finishing a quote that she said in-game as H earlier. And then he's like, whoa, is that you? She's like, yeah, we gotta go. And then they just completely gloss over the whole emotional thing where they're like still friends, even though it's such bullshit. And then later in the movie, they're like, another one of these bullshit made up riddles is like, oh, they have to play through a bunch of movie scenes from classic movies. And then H says, and I quote, "Is The Shining scary? I've never seen it." And like, how the fuck are you going to be a high-level gunter, right?
And
looking for this fortune for years, and I've never seen The Shining. It's just, what did anyone who made the movie read the book at all, or did they just like read the Spark Notes?
Sounds like Spark Notes.
Wikipedia. Like, what the fuck? What is the? It's a low-effort movie.
Did the movie do well, or?
I have no idea. I hope not. I hope it fucking failed.
I'm gonna figure that out.
It sounds like another one of those kinds of movies where it was like, it's like what a lot of video game TV shows are now, where it's like they are using it to lackey off of the IP.
Yeah.
And then just creating their own narrative.
Just this generic
for the different
plot.
media.
Y'all are gonna be mad.
Oh, I know it was insanely popular.
Look,
yeah, it did. So bear in mind that they had to break 440 million to break even.
Yeah.
They grossed $137 million. So that was profit.
Look, if you put a bunch of flashing lights in your movie,
I wonder who directed this.
Then a bunch of kids are gonna come see it with their parents, and the parents are gonna buy snacks and shit.
Wasn't Master Chief in this movie, or no?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, they just shoehorned in everything they could think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of pop culture references. It was one of those moment in time movies.
It was the wrong kind of it should have been all 80s shit.
I agree.
Yeah, but would the kids get it if it wasn't?
It's not for the fucking kids, dude. It's not.
But that movie that they designed was like, yeah. I understand you're upset.
I understand what you said about this is an example of them like taking the name and the IP and the characters and be like, okay, guys, this is Ready Player One. Remember the book? And then they're like, yeah, I don't want to put thought into the writing. Just like,
do you know who directed it?
Generic gas plot. No, I don't. But I wish them. I hope they stub their toe every day.
It's actually like a big director.
Isn't it?
I hope they stub their toe every day of their life.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, Spielberg. Yeah.
Isn't he?
He fumbled the bag on this one.
He's amazing.
Yes, he directed a bunch of shit in the 80s. Well, he should have been in the movie in some capacity because like he would have been referenced by Halliday and by the Gunters. I don't know if he was. I actually don't remember, but he fumbled. He
Huh.
fumbled
Well,
hard.
Jurassic
Okay.
Park, Schindler's
He
List,
he made the
Saving
movie that
Private
he was
Ryan.
told to make.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened.
So what I see here was that the development of this movie actually started back in 2010, which
Yeah.
blows my mind.
the book
Warner
was written-
Bros. Acquired the rights to the book, and then Spielberg was signed in 2015 to start. Oh my God, I didn't realize it took so long to make this movie.
There's a
and it ended up
lot of
being shit.
VFX.
But yeah, it looks like that when they were, I guess, writing it, they decided to...
Fire all the good writers.
No, they decided to take a different turn than the book, and they added in more relevant
Flashing lights.
stuff, like The Iron Giant, Godzilla, Back to the Future, The Shining, which obviously isn't in the book, correct?
I mean, I
Because
feel
the
like
book is
Stephen King-
older.
The book is like 2010. I think.
So it wouldn't have these newer references.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to.
I don't know. I guess that was a writer choice or a director
bad one.
choice.
Shit one, yes.
It did really well. I do feel your pain though with at least the emotional part of that scene that you're talking about. That does really suck that
Yeah,
didn't
like they
make it
they
in.
took all the soul
'Cause
out
that's
of these
such a-
characters.
Yeah, that's such a deep, impactful thing that like
Yeah.
you can still, it doesn't matter what somebody looks like, but like they
Exactly.
became friends.
And they just kind of breezed over it in the movie. You don't even think about it. And also, it was kind of obvious from the way they framed H in the Oasis in the movie. Like, it was everybody else was like using their natural voice, and H was clearly like somebody using a voice modulator, which
Yeah.
doesn't need to be that obvious. It's like movies think you're so dumb that they throw out big old hints for you at the beginning of stuff.
Maybe they have to. Well, I don't know.
They don't
Like,
have to.
I feel like, well, do big, like, movies that are written down as, like, you know, extremely deep and people always go back to for their, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, their symbolism and stuff
You
like
mean,
that.
like-
Do they actually do well? Like, for instance,
Are you talking about like
Castaway.
cult classics, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like does a classic do well in that time period that it was released, or is it like an after the fact
I
sort
feel
of?
like generally they don't.
I
Right?
would say they kind of do. I mean, like, what are you referring to? Because like at this point, I'd refer to like Inception or like Interstellar, you know, and they did exceptionally well.
You're gonna bring up like
You know, I take
movies
it
by one
back.
of the best directors of all time.
I take it back. Well, maybe
take
they
back?
don't hit right away, but so Castaway is like the symbolism in that movie is crazy. It, like blows your mind the amount of work that went
I've
into
never
that
seen
movie.
it all the way through.
Really? With Tom Hanks?
Same.
It's
Yeah,
good. It's
I've-
really
yeah.
good. I mean,
I know.
in one of my English classes in high school, we looked at the symbolism and broke it down, and we were like, wow, I didn't know the directors put all of this in here. Like
Mhm.
you don't catch it.
Yeah,
But it
I
actually,
mean, there's a lot.
it was
a
more of
lot
like in
movies.
the long term, it did a lot of money, but they made $429 million, and it only had a budget of 90 million for Castaway.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I mean, it's movies like that. I mean, recently, like Oppenheimer, right? Like, I'd put it into that same like sort of
I have
category
no
that
clue
it's like
what
a
that is.
symbolic. Like,
You
what
don't
are
know
you
what
talking
Oppenheimer
about,
is?
Oppenheimer 2023 film.
dude? Are you serious?
have you
you
not-
don't know?
Or I
Dude,
don't.
Are you on the
How are-
internet?
How are you a YouTuber?
I don't internet.
What do you mean you don't internet?
It has
Bro,
Christopher
Barbenheimer.
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. All right. I can't with this guy. Can you explain to Grandpa what is going on in the world,
How do
please?
you consistently say everything wrong?
Oppenheimer.
No, you said
Oppenheimer.
Christopher
No.
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
His name is Nolan, not Noland.
I said Nolan.
You said
No.
you put a D. You slapped a D on the end.
Like all good things usually have.
But
All right. Let me break it down, Grandma. So
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't need to. I'm gonna just read it.
No, we're gonna go over it.
You're not
because
gonna understand. You're not gonna understand.
It's a speaking show.
He's a physicist. And he
Just
suffers
let
from
him.
homesickness and
hold the
anxiety.
Just let him.
up.
Just let him
Shut up.
explain it.
Grandma, shut up. All right.
How
so
do you get this cell phone to work? I don't
I'm gonna
know.
put you. I'm gonna put you in an urn if you don't shut up. All right.
An urn. I was expecting a home, but not an urn.
Barbie and Oppenheimer. Do you know? Have you heard about this at all?
No.
Any bells? Okay, so the Barbie movie.
Oh
released
wait, I heard
recently-
of Barbie, and I heard of why it's causing such an uprise. But why are those
Barbie
two
and
connected?
you want to shut up so I can explain?
Let him get through the story, and you'll know.
Barbie and Oppenheimer were movies that were going to release this summer, and they released on the same day. They are such like different movies in terms of tone and theme and even color scheme
right?
that people loved the juxtaposition of those two movies, and they made a meme out of it.
Okay.
They became kind of twined together. So much so that people started selling Barbenheimer t-shirts, and it became a thing, which I did, to go and see
Same.
Barbie and Oppenheimer on the same day.
Same.
That's it. And it's
So that's the
So-
pop culture part of it,
yeah.
right? Is that the masses sort of took these two. It's been the first time in a long time where Hollywood had legit competition, like within the industry, right? Like a lot of times movies will space things out to release on different weekends, and stuff like that. Like, I mean, like Mission Impossible, right? That movie strategically was placed before those two premieres, right? And it was also placed strategically after a superhero movie that came out like right before it. But these two movies like went head to head in the box office on the same weekend. And instead of people sort of competing with which movies that they were going to go to separately, they made it a thing where they went to go see both of them, and it made it to where the like movie industry really kind of like has started to take off in these recent weeks because of like the level of competition that Hollywood is bringing out recently. So
Genius
that's
marketing, honestly,
yeah,
if that was intentional.
genius marketing.
That aside, Enyo, do you not know who J. Robert Oppenheimer was?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Dude.
How does everybody know about him?
What
He's the
fuck?
person who probably killed some of the most people on the planet.
He's the one. He's a part
he's
of
the
the
most
Manhattan
important-
Project.
He a part of the Manhattan.
He's
he
the
led the
father.
Manhattan Project.
Yeah, he's the
He
director.
invented the atomic bomb. He's probably the most important person in the world.
Yeah.
Question: wasn't Einstein a part of that team?
He wasn't a part of the team,
that's
but
that's a part of the movie.
He was
He
called
talked with
in, wasn't he? Yeah.
not he talked with him, but not for the Manhattan Project.
Well, I know they
He was
used him. They used his formula.
Well, yeah,
I'm
because
sure in
that's
some respects it's part of physics.
yeah, that's the
But they also
foundational
'cause-
understanding of modern
because-
physics is his stuff.
Well, he was German, correct? Was Oppenheimer German as well?
So they had to have known each other.
No. Like they were fleeing from Nazi Germany.
Oppenheimer was American.
Not Oppenheimer, but
Well, he was Jewish.
Well, you can be American and Jewish.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying he spent a lot of time in Europe
Yeah.
as a Jewish man.
I watched the movie.
But
yeah,
I mean-
he was Jewish.
a lot of modern physics was started by Einstein, but then was like added on greatly by what Oppenheimer did, and then what his research, Well, it wasn't his research, but because of all of the innovations that he created the atomic bomb, right? And effectively brought us to where we are in society now with the arms race stuff. He basically caused the Cold War in a sense.
He invented hentai.
You know, that's a lesser known footnote in his life.
Wait, what? How? Was it because he
dropped-
gave people tentacles?
He dropped the atomic bomb on her. Well, he didn't drop it. He was actually against dropping it, but he
Truman
invented
dropped it,
It was dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima,
right?
and Japanese people like surrendered, and that caused culture shock. And then they started drawing cartoons, and now we have hentai.
Oh,
There's a
What an
direct
amazing
line.
butterfly effect.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I mean, that just goes to show you that, you know, under enough stress and atomic pressure, great creative things arise.
You never know what kind of effect you're going to have on the world.
Exactly. So I just Googled, I guess
That nuclear
I
fallout,
am
man.
a part of this majority, but Einstein is incorrectly associated with the advent of nuclear weapons.
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't
He
his,
was
dude.
very much against it.
Didn't they
because
ask him
warned-
to, and he
Never
said
mind.
no, and he warned them or something? I
That's
feel like
what I was about to say. Was that he wrote a letter with another. Oh, I don't remember what his name is. But he wrote a letter to the White House. Co-wrote it with another scientist, saying that, hey, this can make a bomb, and this is a very bad thing for society. You know? And then Truman said, let's start the Manhattan Program.
Well,
that
I
way
mean,
the
it
Nazis
was
don't
either
have
us or the Germans who was going to make it.
No, yeah, and that's a very good point. And they make that point a lot in the movie where they're like, we don't know if we can be trusted with the bomb, but we know that the Nazis can, which
Exactly.
is valid.
That's why we got to drop it first. But, you know, those Japanese and what they did to Pearl Harbor, they deserve it first.
You're getting into some testy water.
I'm speaking in tongues over here about the past.
Tongues.
Past tongues. Tongues of the past. Old tongues.
That's not the tongues is a language. You know that, right?
You mind your
Tongues.
own business, sir. You stay over there, okay?
All right. I'll stay in my lane.
Don't touch my tongue.
I'll let the ignorant stay ignorant.
Actually, come back. I would like to not be ignorant.
No, I'm good.
Well, I feel like that happens a lot with movies, with just like things not following the books and then they're just shit. For instance, Percy Jackson.
Yeah,
That movie
dropped
was
the ball.
so bad.
there are two, I think, at least.
I thought there were 3.
Were
Maybe
there
three.
3? I never saw the second or the third because I did not like the first. And I'm pretty sure I saw
Also-
the movie before I read the book.
Also, Aragon.
Aragon,
fumbled so hard.
yes. There's just so much was left out. I mean, Harry
Aragon?
Potter, but that
Harry
ship has
Potter was a
sailed.
phenomenon.
Everybody's mad about that.
Oh, gotcha.
That's just like an old meme of when Harry Potter was relevant,
Mhm.
and people
It's
were
still
just
relevant.
Yeah, I watched it for the first, or I had seen all the movies.
I
I
think-
went and gone and saw them
think
like
it's-
midnight.
I think it's a relic at this point. They try to
Release.
make like the Fantastic Beast or whatever, but I didn't give a shit about that.
I liked those movies. I
Yeah, I
enjoyed
liked
them.
them. My sisters and I watched them like over Christmas this past year, because they had never seen them before, and I wanted them to like see. But I mean, that was kind of like that was Marvel before Marvel, you know. That was like a moment in time in cinematic history was when Harry Potter was a thing,
Mm.
Exactly, a
and
relic. It's
but
kind of
yeah,
like
I
when
didn't
Star Wars was
see
still a
that, was it?
thing.
It,
Star Wars is still
what
kind
the
of a thing.
fuck? It is a thing.
Not anymore. I mean, just let it die. Let it stay back there.
Have you
Let
seen
it
The
be golden.
Mandalorian?
Yeah.
I've seen some of it.
Have you seen
pretty good.
Andor?
Have I seen
Andor,
what?
dude.
No, I haven't. No, I
The
So-
Obi-Wan, the last scene of Obi-Wan Kenobi specifically. The rest of it is
Did you say Obi-Wan Cannoli?
You know what I said.
No, he said Kenobi. I feel like Star Wars is a thing that will just never go away. You know?
And
And
why is
I
that?
love that because I love
it
Star
should
Wars.
be able to die. Let the universe
No.
die and start a new one. It's like
No,
Avengers all over again.
Well,
Marvel just needs to start anew.
So here's the thing.
I'm so sick of it.
Well, I think that the problem is, and here's my argument with Marvel too. Marvel is continually trying to start new things, and people hate them.
I hate them.
The problem with Star Wars is that they're trying right now to tell a lot of different stories that don't correlate to each other, so people are getting confused. The other problem is that sometimes you will tell a story and the people don't necessarily like that story. So right now they're in a stage where they're trying to find what the story that they should go with is, but they just haven't landed on it yet.
That
The
makes
problem
sense.
is that
the
Ryan
problem with Marvel,
Johnson
too.
directed The Last Jedi and fucked everything.
That is a major part of the problem.
Very spicy.
Yeah. Not even spicy. Everybody universally hates that movie.
This is how we win. Not by killing those we hate, but by saving those we love. Shut the fuck up.
They fly now?
they
You
fly now.
You travel in space. You have a spaceship.
The funny part is I don't get any of this.
Yeah, I know,
What do you
buddy.
mean you don't get any of it?
He doesn't get
don't
like humor.
watch it. No, it's not humor. I don't.
Okay.
If you talk about something that I know,
You haven't
Like
seen
what?
it.
I just don't
okay,
care
what do you
enough
know?
about Star
Hold on,
Wars anymore. I
hold
watched
on.
it as a kid, and then I got, I moved out of that
Hold on one second.
phase.
You said Star Wars needs to die. They need to stop making them. And you haven't seen any of the new IP except for one or two episodes of Mandalorian.
I've seen the newer movies newer as in like 5 years ago.
I don't think there's been a movie in the past like 4.
Yeah.
So you saw the last movie with no context.
What? No. I saw the one
what
with
is the last
Kylo
movie
Ren.
you saw?
There's 3
Kylo
with Kylo
Ren.
Ren.
And then I think I saw the second one, but I don't remember it. Are
I
you
have a
shitting
real-
on
I'm coming to a
that
realization.
series?
I'm coming to a realization, Freedom.
Go
Enyo doesn't watch movies the way we watch movies.
I used
Enyo doesn't
to.
care about piecing things together or continuity. He cares
Or
about
paying attention.
yeah, like
I just
I
don't
have seen
care
the
about
way-
that universe anymore.
I have seen the way you interact with like video games and movies, and you will miss like most of the details. You will breeze through dialogue. You will not pay attention to anything. You have tunnel vision when you watch these things, so you miss a lot of stuff when you consume media like that.
That's not true.
It is true. I watched you play video games. I watched you play Elden Ring, and you like breeze past the dialogue in every NPC interaction.
I
You
don't
don't
give
care
a
about the
shit.
lore.
I do
Exactly, you
not
don't give a
give a
shit.
shit.
You don't give a
I
shit about
don't
lore or
care.
details.
I don't care.
And that's the point I'm making. You
this
don't care
last
about
time,
listening to us right
this
now.
last-
You don't care about what's making the media great, whatever it is. You just
this last
I don't
time
know
was-
what I don't know what you look for in your content because you just breeze past everything.
I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't. I don't know if I'm just so confused that I'm just like, I don't care, skip through.
If
This
there's
last time I
some-
played, I read dialogue and I like actually put forth my brain cells towards it. But I mean, there's other shows and stuff that I like watched. I mean, there's animes that I like watched, and I got very
Yeah, but you said
into it.
specifically the thing you were saying, it needs to die, it needs to end. Like, there's just no good stuff with it anymore. You called out Star Wars and you haven't seen any of the new stuff.
How do you have
Because
the
I
authority
stopped
to say
caring
that?
after the old stuff. I never
So-
even watched Clone Wars,
So you
even though
can't
everybody
talk
talked
on the
about
new
it.
stuff.
So, because you
That's
stopped
fair.
caring
That's
about it, the
fair.
IP needs
That's
to
fair.
die.
No, they can do what they want. I'm just not interested. However, Avengers, I have seen some of the newer stuff,
Oh my god.
Avengers, that's a different conversation.
and I
Different
just
That was
don't.
part of your point.
I don't care anymore about it. I loved Harry Potter. Loved all of those movies. I read almost all the books. I didn't finish the last two.
Wait, you didn't finish the last two Harry Potter books?
I did not. No,
What
please,
the fuck?
please don't hurt me. Isn't
What the
Deathly
fuck?
Hallows a 2-book thing too? Although everybody tells me
No.
don't read it because
No.
it's bullshit and everybody hates it.
That what?
That's
Yeah, because
What
they
is-
just kill
no.
off characters.
There's a
yeah,
battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll read it at some point, maybe.
It's
Guy.
bullshit. Characters die.
Yeah, dude.
I think I'm
There's
spitting
fucking-
other people's
There's
opinion.
consequences in this book.
I know
What?
my mom hated how Harry Potter ended. But maybe
What?
I'm just choking up her opinion. My bad.
God.
I liked the
Anyway.
movies and I liked the books that I read. I really like Pirates of the Caribbean. I love
No,
those
let's talk about
movies.
all the things you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I love Pirates of the
What else do you
Caribbean.
like?
What's
your favorite food, man?
No, not food. We're talking about
Just-
movies.
Everything. I want to know your opinion on everything. I'm just gonna shut up and listen.
I mean, I don't get to talk a whole lot because y'all just talk about shit y'all know, and not stuff I know. So I just gotta interject my shitty opinion in there.
Okay, go ahead. No.
You were talking about Marvel, so then Crow was like, let's engage with Marvel.
Okay,
And
let's
then
engage
you
with
said,
Marvel.
I really like
Freedom, shut up. Let him cook.
Pirates
He's,
of the
he's on a roll.
Caribbean.
He doesn't get to talk much, Freedom. We gotta let him have this.
Iron Man was like top tier. Loved Iron Man.
2007. Is
Eight.
that the last one you saw?
No, I saw all the other stuff with him, and I saw, I think, all the Spider-Mans, maybe not the most recent one. I loved old Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. Didn't really like the middle guy, and I liked the kid of the most recent one.
The way you're describing these makes me confident that you're not as
Involved.
you're not as you don't watch movies the same way. Like you don't even know their names.
Yeah, we just come at it from.
How am I
a
supposed to remember
totally
that
different-
kid's name?
It's very easy. You just look at the title card.
I know it when I watch the movie. The last time I saw Spider-Man was maybe a year ago, if not further.
When's the last time you watched Harry Potter?
Oh god, it's been ages.
Who plays Harry Potter?
It's the dude that looks like me, Daniel Radcliffe.
So you know his name.
Yeah, but that's only because he looks like me, and
He
everybody
doesn't look like
says-
you. What the fuck?
Everyone says I look
Doesn't-
like Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know. Okay, well, y'all.
Tommy
We
should-
Lee
made
was
the
a
scale.
Fucking
We
fever
made the
dream.
scale earlier. Do I need to bring up the scientifically backed evidence again?
No. What else? Keep asking for my opinion. I like the spotlight.
Who is the best character in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, it's definitely Jacksepticeye. Love him. No,
Okay.
frick, what's his name? I had it. Johnny Depp. I like Johnny Depp. I think he's a good actor.
Do you think Johnny Depp is the best character in Pirates of the Caribbean?
What character does he play?
Oh, Jack Sparrow.
No. He's saying that Johnny Depp, the actor, is in the movies Pirates of the Caribbean as Johnny Depp. That's what you're saying, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying, and you're an asshole. I thought you were
Well,
asking for the actor. I misheard you.
I specifically said character.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Yeah, do you?
That's
Apparently,
Pulp Fiction.
He does
Very
better
good
than
movie.
you.
Very good movie.
Yeah, it is.
See, I watch movies.
What movie?
Pulp Fiction.
Who
I
plays
haven't seen that movie.
Vincent in that movie?
Oh, why couldn't you have asked for Samuel L. Jackson? I had his name at the ready. Is
Yeah,
it-
because he's the one Marvel guy.
Is it the guy who is it John Travolta?
It is.
He's the guy who directed it, isn't it?
What the fuck? No.
Okay, I thought he was a director, but
And
maybe.
you
Bro.
can't remember any of the Spider-Man.
What do you
Okay.
mean? I said Tobey Maguire. There's one. Then you have Andrew Garfield. I didn't give a shit about him. And then you have I forget the kid's name. He's a good actor. I like him. I
You
thought
say kid, he's probably the same age as you.
he looks way younger than me. Maybe I just look like
Yeah, he's got a
shit.
baby face. You are very aged and weathered from your outdoorsman job.
That is true. I got that paper skin. Spider-Man actor. Tom Holland. Okay,
Look
that
it
rings a
up.
bell. I really like the Spider-Verse where they brought all of them together. That
Yeah.
gave me chills. That was such a
Like the
Good
the
movie.
animated movie?
I wanted to cry. It was so good.
The animated movie?
No, the live action.
Wait, what?
You
Oh,
mean No Way Home?
Yeah, that one where they brought
Okay.
them all together.
that's not the Spider-Verse, that's the multiverse.
That's not the Spider-Verse one.
But I'm such a mean person. I just hate Andrew Garfield. I don't know why I hate him so much.
Andrew Garfield
He's
is
a great actor.
It's
far
so
and away
sad
the
that
best
his-
actual Spider-Man character.
Shut the fuck up. No, he's not.
No, the best Spider-Man character is
No, I
that, like,
love my
everybody
crying
communally
all the
agrees.
time emotional Tobey Maguire. He has a piece in my heart, man. That's the Spider-Man I grew up with as a kid.
And it can just be solely based on nostalgia being your favorite, that's fine. But
oh, it's
like
100%.
verifiably,
He's such
the
a
best
shitty
written
actor.
character.
If you go
the
back and
best-
watch it, it's so cringe.
Yeah, like whenever it's Spider-Man 3 and he goes into
Oh,
the
and he's
emo phase,
edgy.
that's horrible.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's horrendously
good. He's like just walking around being
Finger
edgy.
guns.
Finger guns. Yes, it's so cringe.
But yeah, the best written Spider-Man and Peter Parker is 100% Andrew Garfield's.
Why
Like,
do
the
you say
movies are bad.
that? Because his
I think
movie
I've-
was shitty. The villains
I
were
said
shit.
the movies are bad.
Oh, okay. What, you're just saying him as an actor is good, or
No, his character of Peter Parker, Peter Parker and Spider-Man, that is the best written Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
I
But
think
the
I have
actual
seen
movies are bad.
Freedom. That slight adjustment. I think
Mhm.
Maguire's Peter Parker was better. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was better.
I can accept that take because I can understand how Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker is like too cool,
Yeah,
and
he's
too
cool.
edgy. But I kind of appreciated that. I appreciated how he brought his attitude over into his real life sort of thing. I understand though that's not true to the comics. So
Mhm.
I can accept that take.
and then Tom Holland is just Avenger shit.
He's like largely neutral, but he balances all of the aspects of a good Spider-Man movie the best.
He fucks up a lot, and he's supposed to.
Yeah,
He's a kid.
Yeah,
And his movies were they're part of the MCU, and he hasn't really had a conflict that doesn't involve like more powerful superhero friends
yeah,
in his
Mhm.
movies. So he didn't really have a chance to like just be Spider-Man.
that's
Yeah.
true. I would like to see what he could do with just being Spider-Man, just him as an actor with that role. I don't know if he could do it, but I loved Tobey Maguire. I mean, the villains in that one were so good.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can't really.
Willem
Like,
Like
Dafoe,
Doc
come
Ock
on.
was so cool. And I don't know, did they do that on purpose that they didn't do the same villains? They didn't redo it?
Yeah, because you've already seen those movies before, so you want different
Different villains.
villains.
I
didn't
hated the
redo
villains in
what?
Andrew Garfield. Wasn't it Sandman played by John Cena? And then you had
No.
Nope.
What the
the
fuck?
electric black
That
guy.
has never even existed. What are you talking?
Excuse me?
Did
That
you
was
Did you
Google
hallucinate John Cena?
Sandman
Sandman was
Spider-Man.
in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, in
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire's.
He wasn't played
In
by John
Spider-Man
Cena
3.
either.
Oh, that's not John Cena. That's that guy. Why did I think he was John Cena?
Because you don't
Yeah,
pay
I
attention
don't
to
know.
details.
No, I pay attention.
That was
My
also-
brain just mixes them together. Oh, it
That
is
was
Tobey
also
Maguire.
very clearly in Tobey Maguire's.
My bad. Which one was that one?
In
Oh my
Spider-Man 3,
God.
I just said it.
Oh
You just
my
said it.
God! Is John Cena playing Sandman in an up and coming Spider-Man movie? Somebody literally made this. Is why I think he looks like John Cena.
So you're on the internet enough to read wrong information.
No, I just found that now.
Well, you did mention Black Electric Guy, and yes, that was in The Amazing Spider-Man
And then
2.
you also had Lizard
Yes.
Man,
and the Lizard.
aka
Yeah.
Biden.
Sure.
You haven't heard
Biden.
that? Okay.
He
Y'all,
he lives. He's very southern. Just let him.
I'm not
let him do his
Southern.
thing.
I just know people who are heavily involved in.
How many? How many? A lot.
At least
yeah,
one.
you're southern.
Okay. I mean.
I'm not racist. I just know people. Yeah. Okay. At a certain
We
point,
go to
you know,
meetings.
I'm not
Sometimes and they
talking
burn
about
across.
racism. I'm talking about conspiracy theorists. It's bad down here, man. Help me. It's
Look,
bad. I'm
so you
surrounded
just-
by it.
if you keep saying
tag
you know
along.
people, then you at a certain point you're one of them. Okay.
No, I don't believe in conspiracy theories at all.
If you didn't, you wouldn't keep associating with those people.
I disassociate when they bring that stuff up. I leave, and they know not to talk to me about it because
You
I
start staring at
will.
the wall.
Because
He just checks
no,
out.
no, I've actually argued, and because we got on the topic of flat earthers, and I was like,
Oh my
okay, here we go. I'm going to wreck
Wait.
your shit. Do you know?
No.
Do you know what mechanism they use to present the flat earthing?
The Bible.
Not surprisingly, not the Bible. Surprisingly, it's number tricks. With
What?
yeah, so basically one of the arguments that I heard is okay, if the earth is round and spinning, they took a calculation of the earth's rotation, and if you Google one earth rotation in miles, you get 1,000 miles per hour is one earth rotation. And so you don't do those calculations. However, if you present that to somebody who doesn't understand units, they're like, oh my God, we would fly off going 1,000 miles per hour. Obviously, that's not true.
But gravity.
Yes, that is one of the arguments. However, also you can't make that conversion because miles per hour is a on Earth measurement. An Earth rotation is a
Whoa.
off of Earth measurement.
What I'd say to that is, have you ever been in a car? You don't fly out the back of a car when it's going 80 miles an hour.
Right,
You're
it's
traveling with the vehicle.
right. It's perspective, but people don't understand
That's
that.
well,
That's the problem.
not
You're
perspective, but-
you're talking to idiots. You don't
You can
understand.
also you can be on a bus and you can toss a ball back and forth on the bus. How
Right.
fast is the ball going?
Yeah.
Right, because of your relative to the vehicle, and the Earth is the vehicle, and so you wouldn't. Yeah, it's complicated. You wouldn't, whenever you're talking about how fast the Earth is spinning, you wouldn't talk about it in miles per hour because miles per hour is an on the Earth measurement.
I like how we all are communally agreeing and bringing in different arguments. We're like, this is like arguing in the shower, but with multiple people.
This is what I go through constantly with my multi-personality disorder.
Yeah, this is like, we're just reliving an argument you've had in the shower after the flat earther was trying to convince you.
So the problem was when this argument was brought up, I could not, at the time, defend it because I was sitting there just going
you
like,
couldn't defend that the earth was round.
He was
No.
like, "Damn, maybe it is flat."
No, I didn't concede, but every time I tried to argue it, they immediately would like go back to this problem, and I'm like trying to explain this problem, but I'm explaining it to people who haven't taken a science class in like at the very minimum 20 years. Some of the other people
Well,
in the room, it was probably
to
like
be
60 years.
To be fair, neither have I. I don't remember my last science class.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not stupid.
Don't underestimate me.
Okay, well, you don't believe that the Earth is flat.
Not yet.
Yeah. Idiot.
If you do, it's gonna be. I mean, I'll still be your friend. We just won't talk about it because it causes problems.
I believe the Earth is more of a hexagonal shape.
You and your hexagons.
They're the best.
You're addicted.
What is your deal with hexagons?
He's
There's a
got him.
video.
Once he got him tattooed on his body, it's just all he talks about now. It's like his
Hexagons
personality.
Are provably the best shape, and there's a YouTube video on why.
What did I say? His personality.
Go ahead and regurgitate some of the points.
Basically, he loves the shape, and that's it.
I mean, in a nutshell, but like they tile the plane perfectly. They're the only like one of the only shapes to do that, amazingly. If you stack them like on top of each other in layers, they form like really good. They can handle tension really well.
What's your favorite
As body
cereal?
armor. You want me to say fucking
Honeycombs?
hexagon one, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love honeycombs. They're so good.
I actually haven't had them.
Yeah, I will send
Really?
you a box.
It's off brand for you.
Off brand? What do you mean?
I said it's
Me
off
not
brand
having
for
them
him.
is off brand.
Oh,
Apparently,
Yeah.
Jesus.
he got so offended.
I was about to say he came
thought
out
you were
swinging.
I thought you were calling his honeycombs off brand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
I did.
bro.
I need to go buy some. They're
I
delicious.
thought I wasn't gonna get invited back for a second. I was gonna lose my mod status. I was gonna get kicked out of the Discord. Jesus,
I won't take your mod status away.
that was like the most angry I've ever heard you.
You want to see angrier?
Aside from an Elden Ring
I'll
stream.
show you angrier. Oh no, that one was embarrassingly angry. Watching that VOD back when I made the supercut, Crow looks actually scared. He looks not comfortable sitting next to me as I am about to smash my controller against the floor. Like
I'm sitting there like fearing for my life. I'm just kind of.
I went from having a good time hanging out with my friend to I'm shaking this controller, squeezing it so hard so that I can't throw it on the ground when my body just wants to whip that bitch. Like,
You want to
I
soup
was
like this.
so mad. If I wasn't poor, I would have smashed my monitor.
Dude, I have felt that so many times.
I'm too conceited with my spending. Like controllers are like $70. I can't smash that. And I've broken them on accident, and I'm like very upset when I break them. But
I even have
I've
the
never thrown
Elite
one.
controller, you know, and
Oh
I
yes,
have
you told us it's got the
back
fold out
pedals.
buttons and the
Yeah.
LCD screen, the holographic LCD screen that has Tony Stark come out and ask you if you're ready to game.
It doesn't have all
And then
that, but it does have the back pedals.
Cortana exerts her out of the bottom, and gamer time.
Yeah, I don't know what controller that you're talking about. Mine just has the back pedals. But that
Must
would be
just be
cool if I
mine.
had that one.
Yeah,
But
you really feel the
and
immersion.
these are like $200 controllers. I have wanted to chuck that shit out my window playing Madden. I bought a new headset recently
Did you
because I
smash
tried
it?
to get one that worked for both, like this laptop that I could use and my PS5 that I bought and my Xbox.
Right.
And there's already like places where the paint is off because I've thrown that shit on my bed.
Oh my god.
Like I at least aim it correctly to where it's like on a soft surface.
So you're
you know?
like
But I chuck
respectfully
that
angry.
shit.
Like
Yes.
you want to abuse it, but you have respect for this.
Like sometime it might go out the window because my bed is right next to the window. But until that day happens, I'm respectfully angry.
Well, that was some good discussions. We learned some things about our friend Enyo.
What?
Doesn't watch movies the right way. But
Or the right way.
I get like just watching something and not being too invested and then being like, oh, you know, I didn't really remember too much about it. It was a movie, whatever. But then when you have opinions about it, like you watched it, like come on.
What do you want me to do?
Lane.
Just sit here and twiddle my thumbs? I'm a host, or not a host, but I'm a part of this. I'm a team member, a part of this podcast.
Oh, bro,
I gotta give some input.
You can't make an assertion about an IP you haven't seen.
I never watched Rogue Player 1, so I'm just gonna sit here while Crow explains
Rogue Player 1? Rogue One was a great movie.
Rogue One was
by
great.
the way.
Did I just mix those two titles together?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
My bad. I'm sorry, Star Wars fans, and I'm sorry, shitty movie fans.
Don't apologize to anyone who likes that movie.
You know, now I'm gonna just, as I do, I'm going to embody Crow's opinion of that movie and book. Wait, no, the book was good. The movie was shitty. Yeah. And I'm never going to watch it, but I'm going to have such a strong opinion of how I hate that movie.
Well, he watched them.
Yeah, but I didn't, but I'm going to hold his opinion because that's what I do.
He thinks that it's going to help his chances.
No, that's not what I'm doing. That's just apparently what I've done my entire life. My mom hated the last Harry Potter book. I never read it, so I just embodied this like, oh no, it sucks. Everybody dies.
That's... yeah, that's...
I think that's because I heard rumors that, well, I guess it is just a rumor that possibly J.K. Rowling plagiarized the other books, and that's why they were so good. And then the last ones were her actual writing.
Well, why would she not?
And so the writing just wasn't very good. And then people just didn't like how she ended it. She wrapped it up just by killing everybody.
But kill everybody, though.
But like you said, it was a big battle. So I don't know. Maybe just my mother's favorite characters died and she was very upset about it.
Actually, very few characters I would say died.
Maybe didn't like both the Weasley brother died? Or no, one died. No. One lost his ear, the other one died.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a realistic like outcome of a
all twins. Battle. You got to kill one, and the other one has to at least lose an ear or a thumb, something.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's realistic. I don't know. Did you agree that the first books were better than the last books, or
the first book's better than the last books?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Just with like the plot, or
I'd have to read them again.
Oh, okay. We should do a forgettable bookcast. Book club version where we read a book and then we talk about it. They got to be really short books though, with pictures.
We can only read and talk about things that appeal to you.
No,
the entire book's gonna fit in a TikTok.
Oh my god! I mean, Crow, you've read Nicholas Flamel. I can talk about that one. I loved those books. Loved them. I wish I could go live in that world. Even as chaotic as it was.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Anyways. Good discussions. Good talks.
Good vibes.
We laughed, we cried.
Enyo, you're the next host.
Okay. Yes.
So
thank you.
Way he doesn't complain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally. I think he's just doing it so he doesn't have to host anymore because he's literally been on the hook every other podcast.
Yeah.
Same story with me, bro. You've been fumbling the bag every chance you get.
I mean, y'all don't have to do stupid games that apparently I can't win.
It's not that you can't win them. It's that
my losing streak is over. We did it.
It's really not.
We did it,
boys.
You're
acting like, stop acting like there's anything other than a handout. It's charity.
Thank you, Master. I appreciate your kind words, Master.
You want to go the slave route? Really?
Master got me working.
All right. Yeah, lean into it.
When Master set me free.
Whoa. Jeez.
It's South Park.
Get a little more racial with it, please.
It's not racial. It's history.
It was about states' rights.
Okay. Okay. It's pop culture.
Telling you the earth is flat. Me and my friends go to meetings. Sometimes burn crosses and it's pretty sick.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Thank you all for listening, if anyone's listening. And this has been Forgettable.